From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is Wake Up Weather.
Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We're live at 6 a.m. It is the middle of the week. I could use a pick-me-up, but we are getting closer and closer to the weekend. We do have rain and storm chances to talk about later on this afternoon. So I will have all of those details, when you can expect those storms to pop up and where, spoiler alert, just about everywhere this afternoon. But we will talk about that here in this weather update, as well as some great news. We are seeing signs of a nice cool down heading into next week. So I will show you next week's projected temperatures here in this weather update. Let's go ahead and start off with what's going on this morning. Temperatures are anywhere from the upper 60s to lower 70s as we still start off warm and muggy, but those thunderstorms late last night fizzled out. We are dry, scanning a clear sky on live Viper Doppler radar this morning. So we are dry to start, but don't let that fool you. We are going to see those storms pop back up this afternoon, scattered to widespread in nature. So you will need the rain gear for today. Looking at a calm scene though overhead Lawrenceburg. Good morning to you folks tuning in. Temperatures and dew points very close together. You know what that means. It is a sticky start to our Wednesday morning across the region on our Arctic Air Skycam network. Hopping over to Murray County. Good morning to you folks in Columbia. Temperatures, dew points close together. Once again, we are looking at a nice calm scene. Still some wet pavement out there, going to be drying out over the next little bit. And we are looking over Lauderdale County and Florence. Good morning to you folks down in the Quad Cities. We are just again, off to a nice and calm start with a few clouds in the sky. Otherwise, we are going to continue to see cloud cover increase as we get closer to our rain and storm chances later on for today. Fog, not a widespread issue by any means this morning, so no need to add any extra time to your commute. I will say with the thunderstorms later on this afternoon, again, not really expecting any severe weather, but we could see a stronger storm or two with some gusty winds. Again, with these thunderstorms, especially during the summertime, we are in mid to late August, heavy rainfall, frequent lightning. Again, like I said, maybe some gusty winds, maybe a stray severe thunderstorm warning this afternoon, but that is pretty much all we have to deal with for today. No widespread severe weather or organized severe weather threat by any means. You'll see here on Futurecast just how stormy we are going to be, though, later on this afternoon. So expect a gloomy afternoon, but a nice, calm, and quiet start to the morning as cloud cover eventually starts to pick up by late morning, and then around lunchtime again, still mostly quiet. Can't rule out a few storms popping up, but we will start to see them popping up a little bit more, mainly after 12 p.m. Scattered in nature to start, and then becoming a little bit more widespread as they continue to meander southward through our viewing area. Again, this is where we can't rule out maybe a stronger storm with some brief gusty winds, 40 to 45 miles an hour. Again, with all of thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, frequent lightning. So be sure to be using caution if you're driving through a thunderstorm. And if you hear thunder, you know how the saying goes, when thunder roars, head indoors. That right there is some life-saving advice. We're going to continue to see those thunderstorms pop up and move southward heading into the rest of the evening. A few thunderstorms will linger into the evening around or just beyond dinner time, but I think by about 9 or 10 o'clock is when we will start to really dry out throughout the entire viewing area. And then overnight should be mostly dry with some lingering cloud cover, temperatures getting down into the upper 60s for your Thursday morning. And then for much of Thursday, we should be mostly dry as much of that moisture is going to be kicked to our south, and it should stay there for much of Thursday. Can't rule out a stray thunder shower lingering, but I do think we stay pretty much dry for the rest of Thursday. Heading into Friday, maybe a stray thunder shower around or east of Interstate 65 may sneak in there, but we otherwise will be mostly sunny to partly cloudy and dry for your Friday. A little bit more comfortable temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s, but we are not seeing the upper 90s like earlier this week. For the weekend, a few thunder showers can't be ruled out both Saturday and Sunday, but not scattered to widespread by any means. So here's a look at temperatures over the next few days. Still very warm and humid for today with heat index values into the triple digits, but not quite as warm and not quite as miserable as the last few days, as air temperatures only remain in the lower 90s for today. But then our air temperatures kick back into the upper 80s to lower 90s for the next several days through the weekend. That paired with any sort of humidity, not too bad, but still feeling quite warm out there. It is late August, so we are going to be hot no matter what. However, heading into Sunday, once that storm system moves through, we are going to be feeling much better. Check it out. High temperatures in the mid to maybe even some lower 80s by the time we get to Tuesday. So we are going to be seeing a pretty good signal for some below average temperatures. It is my favorite thing when I can show you the Climate Prediction Center temperature outlook map when it's showing blue in the summertime. So again, a good chance at some cooler air and a little bit more of refreshing air heading into the middle or I should say the beginning and middle of next week. I, for one, am certainly looking forward to it. Heading out to the bus stop, you may not need the rain gear this morning, but you will certainly need it by about pickup time. We are talking mostly clear to start, temperatures in the low to mid 70s. Low 90s. Again, hot and humid with those widespread thunderstorms expected. Again, no severe weather or widespread severe or organized severe weather expected by any means, but maybe a stronger storm or two into the mix this afternoon throughout the viewing area. Over the next few hours, those rain chances will really start to increase, mainly just around lunchtime, around that 12 o'clock hour, with scattered to widespread activity continuing through the rest of the afternoon into the early evening. So again, heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, a brief gust of wind can't be ruled out for today. Today is our highest rain chance over the next several days. Otherwise, mostly sunny to partly cloudy for your Thursday and Friday. Can't rule out a stray lingering thunder shower for your Thursday, but looking mostly dry as that moisture moves on south. For Friday, maybe a spotty shower around and east of Interstate 65. Saturday and Sunday, a few isolated thunder showers for the weekend, but not widespread by any means. You can still certainly get in some weekend plans outdoors. But then next week, that is what I am looking forward to the most, and that is my main takeaway from here, aside from today's thunderstorm chance. Cooler weather, more refreshing temperatures heading into the beginning and middle of next week. That's a look at your local weather forecast. I hope everybody has a wonderful and fantastic Wednesday. Stay dry, grab the rain gear before you head out, and we will make it through just fine.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.